Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Emily. Today we're going to be doing 20 minutes for chair yoga. Chair yoga is a great opportunity for you to, if you don't want to get down on the floor or you can't get down on the floor, but still want to get a good stretch. So always honor your body and don't go too far. If it feels like you need a little more honoring of your knees or your hips, I'm going to use a chair with handles, and that'll give you a little more variation and diversity into the depth of your stretch and probably stability. So if you could get a chair with handrails on it, and you also want to make sure that your chair is going to be on your mat so it doesn't slip when we're doing our poses. You don't want to be slipping and falling as you lean on the chair. So you can certainly begin seated in your chair, or you can begin standing. So we're going to begin with some grounding and centering. I invite you to ground through your feet, let them be parallel and root into the earth. I invite you to breathe in through your nose. And now exhale through your mouth as you drop your jaw. It's easy to hold a lot of tension in the temporomandibular joint and also in the tongue. So be aware of how you're holding your body, if you're holding any expression or grimacing between the eyebrows. Just smooth that over. Let's take another deep breath. Inhale, and you can take your arms up if you would like, and just create a little lengthening of the spine. And as you exhale, do so slowly and controlled. Inhale, pressing into the feet, and inhale, rising up in chest, heart, mind, and arms. And exhale slowly and controlled. So let's roll the shoulders next. Squeezing the shoulders forward and up, exhaling back and down. And really take your time here, getting the full range of motion through the shoulders. So we're always holding tightness and tension through the neck and shoulders. And we can always use a little more help with posture with deep breaths. So the deep shoulder rolls will be very good for posture, for breath, and just loosening up through the spaces around the scapula or the shoulder blades. So we're going to move next into a forward bend, and we're going to use the support of the chair however you would like, however you need the support. So we're going to inhale, take the arms up once again. So of course, if you're seated on your chair, it'll be, you can do a forward bend in the chair, or see if you can go ahead and come up. Now, of course, the first variation will be to hold onto the arms of the chair, and we'll want to lengthen the spine. So the most important thing is to really keep the spine straight and a gentle tone in the lower abdomen. Feel free to come down to the lower part of the chair. And as you take a deep breath and keep a lift of the sit bones. Now, there's many, many variations here. You can also come down to your elbows. And if you're very flexible, you could also bring your forehead down to the chair. So don't push yourself, but come to where your body feels the stretch, wherever it feels beneficial to you. And take 3 deep breaths as you continue to inhale and lengthen the spine, and exhale, take a little bit more depth into the stretch. Concentrate on lengthening the exhalation, then relaxing into the stretch a little bit deeper. So we're going to use the arms to come up, but we're also going to tone into the belly. So inhale, press into the hands, bend the knees, and continue to come up with a straight spine. So we're going to do a little back bend, and it can be just pretend if you would like, but let's reach all the way up and exhale, dive again. hands down to the rails or to the seated part of the mat. So we're going to come into a deeper forward bend, more of a downward dog. And again, we're going to try to keep the spine straight. Equal weight into the feet and the hands. You can come down and make sure you're not going to push your chair away, that it's really solid. So ideally, the front and the back legs are on your mat. And you're going to go ahead and just continue to lower the chest as it feels comfortable for you. So maybe you need to be at the top, though you'll have more weight into the feet. We're just trying to get a nice hinge here. If you can, if you need to, you can go ahead and grip onto the outer edges of the chair. Again, make sure your chair is solid. So I'm feeling a little bit more stability in my chair and in the posture by pressing here into the front of the chair. So you might just need to experiment with your chair and where it feels the most solid and where you can take a deep breath, keeping the spine long. Good. So go ahead and shift some weight forward, pull the belly in, walk forward enough, close enough to your chair. Bend the knees, inhale, come up to a back bend. A huge breath. Try to find a little extra length in the spine. Dive to a forward bend. Okay, so this time let's bring our hands to the rails. And we're gonna bring one foot, you can use your hand to bring it up, one foot to the chair, and we're gonna work on a lunge. So we're gonna start to shift the hips forward towards the chair. We're using the arms, holding onto the rails, and then press into your hands to lift the chest. The back heel is trying to drop, so you're also getting a stretch into the calf. Take some deep breaths as you feel the stretch, that you lift the chest, you steady your gaze, breathing in and out. Now press into the front hand, keeping the weight into the back foot. Let's go ahead and switch our feet. Okay, so our hands are on the rails. The foot is moving to the chair. And we're going to lift the chest, press into the handrails, shifting the hips forward. So getting a lunge here, this is helping the hips, stretching the front of the hip flexors like we would in a lunge. So the hip flexors can be very tight if you do a lot of sitting. So just take your time, keep your arms strong. Breathing in and breathing out, keep your gaze steady. Try to relax the back heel as much as you can for a stretch in the calf. Hello, kitty cat. And shift the weight back. Good. Lower both feet. Go ahead and widen the feet to the outer edges of your mat and come back to a downward dog. So go ahead and step back to where you're comfortable. We're going to lean the chest down. So we're going to try to lead with the heart. Breathing in and out. Getting a little hairdo scalp massage with my preacher friend here. Good. Shift forward and walk forward. Very good. So solid feet underneath you, bend the knees, come up with a straight spine, pulling the belly in. Inhale, drawing all the way up. And exhale, arms down. Okay, so we're gonna move, I'm gonna move my chair a little bit. It's still gonna have at least the front legs on the floor. And we're gonna use the chair for a triangle pose. So I want you to keep the front foot is when we come down, our hand is gonna be able to be on the chair. And the feet have about a 3-foot stride. It'll be easier if you have a nice good stride between the feet. So your right foot, which is close to the chair, is pointing straight out, and the back foot is at about 45 or 90-degree angle. And we want to get a little mobility here in the hips. Let's tip over to the right, and we're getting that hinge here at the right hip, not in the spine. Our spine is staying straight. Just as we tip over, we're just getting a little pivot here, a hinge right here in the hip. Bring the right hand down to the chair. Open up the ribs, the left ribs to the ceiling, and take a deep breath. So, should be starting to feel, got a nice hinge here in the hips. You can take the left arm up if you would like. And if this is super easy for you, you can hinge a little bit deeper into the hip and bring the elbow down. So don't push it, because the heart needs to be open to the skies. It's most important to have your balance, your breath, and the heart open, rolling up. We're going to take this to warrior two. So from here, bend the right knee so it's directly over the heel, and very slowly take the arms out to T as you bring the shoulders directly over the hips. Turn your gaze beyond the right fingers and breathe in and out. Steady the gaze. So turning your palms up, we're going to inhale, straighten up arms and legs, reaching up tall, and we'll exhale, bringing hands into the heart. Finding your balance, let's bring the back foot up. And if you need to adjust your chair a little bit, I need to adjust my chair. Stay in the frame. So we're going to bring now the left foot in front of the chair. Okay, my right foot is about 3 feet away or so. My spine stays straight. Bring your hands to your hips and tip over to the left. And you can really push in the hip area so that that's where we're getting the hinge. We're not leaning over in the spine. We're keeping the spine straight and getting the stretch where we need to here in the hips. So we'll take the left hand down to the chair and the right hand to open up. The right ribs rolling back. Again, the belly button's looking down just a little bit. This right hip is a little bit in front of the lower hip. You can take the right arm up if you choose. You can look up, but I don't want it to hurt your neck, so be easy on your neck. Go ahead and look down if you would like. Experiment and see what feels the best. And breathe slowly in and slowly out. Warrior two is next. So we're going to bring the left knee directly over the heel. Feel strong in the legs and slowly take the arms to T. The shoulders are directly over the hips. Take 3 deep breaths. So turning the palms up, inhale, arms and legs straight. And exhale, coming to center. So finding your balance, let's bring the right leg up and the feet together. Okay, so now we're going to practice a balancing pose, tree pose. So we're going to want to hold onto the top of the chair. So adjust yourself. You can walk around your chair. You don't have to move your chair. Just walk around your chair wherever you need to. And let's balance on the foot closest to the chair to start with. And bring your other leg up. Now you can bring it to the ankle or the calf. You don't want to press firm against the knee joint because we want to keep the knee joint stable. So I would be above or below the knee joint. It's okay to come up pretty high if you want, but sometimes it's easy to slip on our clothes. And we'll take the free arm up. And as you take your arm up, feel your spine reaching tall and long. Start to breathe in and breathe out and pretend you're not holding on to your chair. So once you get your balance, start to take one finger away from the chair, another finger away from the chair, and maybe little intervals of not touching the chair. Good, breathe in, take a hold of the chair, breathe out, release. So you can walk onto the other side of the chair or you can turn around. I'm going to move my chair. All right, so now we're standing on the other leg. Pressing into the standing leg, breathing the arm up and steadying the breath. Seeing where you are in balance on this side compared to the other side. Maybe gradually taking your hand away from the chair or holding on to fewer and fewer fingers on the chair. Letting your mind calm and steady. Everything calm down. Good, breathe in, reach, touch the chair, breathe out, release. Let's take a centering breath. Inhale, drawing arms out and up. And lift the chest as you pull the arms back and down. Try to really lift the chest as tall as you can. Good, reach up as tall as you can. And exhale, slowly, controlled, arms down. So we're gonna come seated in the chair now. Sit on the edge of your chair so that we can sit up very tall and still use back strength to sit. And we're gonna cross the, let's go ahead and cross the left leg over the right leg. Flex the foot and feel the stretch of the hip. So already with very tall posture, you might be feeling a stretch in the left hip. Calm your breath and let's twist into the top leg. So you can bring your hand over to the arm rail or all the way around to the back. With every inhalation, lengthen the spine. With every exhalation, twist around. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale and come forward. Exhale, release the left leg. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Flex the foot and sit a little bit taller. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, subtly twist around a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist around a little more. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly release the twist. Exhale, release the leg. And bring your hands to the knees, the feet about hip distance apart or more. And we're going to hook the fingers around the knees and inhale, pull the elbows back a little bit and lift the chest up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, I want you to grip onto the knees and round your spine so your chin comes into the chest and you're stretching your back open. Inhale, hook the fingers around the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, sit tall. Take 3 steadying breaths. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the feet. Relaxing the eyelids. And namaste. Thank you. That was your 20-minute chair yoga workout.